Just wanted to own it. Just wanted to take the time, learn all the things that I could about you. Now it's such a mess here. Oh, we are just stressed here. Used to be so easy with you.
Welcome to the Everything Sparkle Show. Bec Roy, I'm so happy you're here and you're back, and I love what you're back here to talk about. Tell us what's going on.
Yes, thank you guys for tuning in. Sparkle, thank you so much for having me. It's so nice to see you and catch up. Right now, we are in the competition for Inc. Magazine's Cover Girl, and we're trying to get to the top 15. I've been in first place this whole week, so that's because of the support of social media, the Blaze listeners. It's been a really fun experience this past week.
So introduce yourself to people that don't know you. What do you do on the Blaze?
So I'm Beck on 105.1 The Blaze, which means I do on air 7 to midnight, Monday through Saturday. I'm also the traffic coordinator. So if you're ever driving around, you might hear me on Q97.1 or 105.1 The Blaze doing, you're on the freeway, 168, look out for that accident and this and that. And then also I have my night show. And I act and have another entertainment side of me that's outside of radio. And because of that, I got picked up to be in this Cover Girl contest. So
what's the other thing that you said? You said you do acting, radio, and then modeling.
Well, I guess I do now. Modeling wasn't really in store for me, not something necessarily that I do, but I love to photograph and I love to promote product, and I do that a lot for the station. And then when it came up for me to be able to promote my own tattoos, I thought it was a good time to get some new headshots. For the majority of my life being in acting, a lot of people were, it's either you get tattoos or you're not going to be able to act. And I've just been proving that wrong.
I love that. Yeah, I mean that used to be the thing.
Really, and it was kind of like make a choice, but I love that my persona and my rock kind of personality is who I am. But when I act, I've had so many different roles that were completely, not a lot of my tattoos are covered. Or
you did a period piece.
Yeah, I just did a Western called Above Snakes. And very innocent role. She's like a little on the prairie.
That shows your acting chops back.
And then bam, back at it with the tattoos, ready to rock. So
I love it. That's so cool.
It's a lot of fun.
What are you working on with Steven Sanchez?
So Steven, which I love so much, if you guys ever need a photographer or an editor or anything that has to do with media promotion, hit Steven up. Steven and I go way back. When I first started working at 105.1, he was working there as one of the promotion techs. He was putting up tents and stuff. And that's how I got my in, is I just kind of forced myself in, was how can I be a part of this? What can I do? How can I get
wow, okay.
And so I started showing up at every event and working and just putting the time in, and people started noticing me. And this girl is like showing up like she's here to work.
And she won't go away. You better give her a job.
So Steven actually was the first person to ever do my headshots the first time around, which was a couple years ago. And then we did another photo shoot, and then it'd been a couple years since I had gotten some updated photos. So I felt like, you know what, I want to do a photo shoot that goes all out for this contest, really like set the tone for trying to win. And I thought there's no other person that I can have do that than Steven. So
right.
came in at KP Studios as well. We were there, and it was awesome. And Maximus Media as well. Both of those places let us come in and do a phenomenal job. We were for hours just trying to get all the good shots.
So and getting the backdrop, huh?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was, and I trust him wholeheartedly. There's probably
Steven's great. We love Steven.
No, Steven is awesome. I appreciate everything that he's done for me. He's
and his rocker book. It goes hand in hand because he has a book. What's it called? It's Rock and Roll.
It's all of the shows that he's done in the Central Valley. It's basically his road of, I think it's called Rock and Roll. Oh gosh, I wish
I felt bad right now that we had it on the show. I had the cover in my head.
Yeah, I think that's
sorry, Steven Sanchez. Google Steven Sanchez's Rock and Roll book, guys, and get it from Amazon.
I can see the cover of it too. He's actually
I know, I visualize. I can't.
That it's going to be in the Book Barn in Clovis, Old Town Clovis. He's trying to get a deal for it to be actually marketed there. So fingers crossed that he's able to expand.
Oh yeah,
for it. But he's doing big things. He's working on a lot of different. I think the Kings River Life magazine.
Right.
Pieces for that too. So I wish him all of the success.
So how are you guys partnering up? Because he calls you his business partner.
Yeah. I think it's because we root for each other and we support each other.
Oh, okay. So there's not a business. You guys don't have a production company or anything.
No. No.
If something comes out later, Beck, I'm gonna be like, why didn't you say it here on the Everything Sparkle show?
Hey, we're putting it out there into the universe. You never know. Maybe Beck and Steven will come at you with a morning show at some point.
Beck and Steve, I love it. So that's I'm glad you brought up what I find so exciting and inspiring about this whole process is, because Steven's doing a lot of big things in the community. You're doing big things in the community. And now this is your chance to really, if you win this contest, it's a national competition. So
is that I want music industry to come back to the Central Valley. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, everything that's gone on, it's been really hard for everybody. And for my embodiment of the people that I love and my community are metalheads. They're rockers. They're people that come together. We drink beer, we sweat, we mosh, and we engage in each other in a way that we can only do at festivals and at shows.
Right.
So I miss that community so hard. So I want to get us on the map. I want to showcase that the Inc. magazine cover girl can be a Central Valley rocker chick. It doesn't have to be, an OnlyFans subscribed girl or whatever it may be. That's these like hoochie mamas. I mean, mine are pretty scandalous, but
oh, I'm totally with you. I understand, but I understand the difference. You're out there, representing a brand and not,
So I'm hoping that we can get this cover so that we can kind of showcase the Central Valley, ramp it up, and show them like how much of a fun time it actually is to come back here and be a part of this place. And hopefully we can do that in the next, moving forward in the next 6 months, depending on, what happens with the healthcare and pandemic situation, everything with COVID. But I think the ending of this competition, depending on after the top 15, it doesn't end until almost like March. So we've got a ways of them to determine who's going to be the finalist, who's in first place, all of that jazz. So I'm hoping that, hey, rock it out. If we win, then by that time, let's see if we can start pumping up and promoting shows. So we'll see.
So basically this competition, you get one free daily vote and people need to vote every day. And then eventually down the line, they do 2-for-1 votes. You could do some paid votes.
Right now, there's a deal for everybody that's doing the free votes for me. Thank you so much, because that really matters. People continue. I've been seeing you sparkle. I've been seeing a lot of other friends that have been really coming to bat for me and voting every day, which matters. And the Blaze listeners have been doing that too. Right now, I believe there's like a 10-hour time frame right now where they do have a 2-for-1 deal. So if anybody did want to contribute in the spirit of the Central Valley, in the spirit of rock, in the spirit of bringing metal back to the Central Valley, right now, if you pay $10, it will give me 20 votes. 20.
Perfect. And this goes on a lot too, you guys. So keep on, if you're watching this at any point in time till March, just keep on looking in, tuning in, and then I'll put it up on my actual page, and then they can go to your Facebook.
Well, thank you. Yes.
And your Instagram, it's in the link.
Yes, it is. On the video, I have a few different promotional content stuff going around social media, and every single one of them, if you see a picture of me.
So if everyone just follows Rebecca Rye on Instagram, and just go to the link every day and click on the link, and then you can vote for her.
Yeah, the link is in my bio. And I appreciate that, Sparkle. Thank you so much. We're trying to win it.
Yeah, and I want to point out, because I did a competition similar. I did a fitness competition, which I did get to the top 1%, which is great. And even though I didn't win it, it opened up a lot of doors. We got to raise money for this kid with cancer. We did a lot of great things. And I want to point out to everybody to vote for you, because it's super important that if you make it, we all make it, like in the Central Valley.
We can put ourselves on the map for to be able to have a lot of cool things. If we see a rocker, it might be a band that you guys love, and then they see that a showcase Fresno is on the cover, they might want to, some type of show. It's all about who you know and networking in that way. And that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. And I just want to point that out to people. If they don't know you, they still need to vote. If they're part of the Central Valley, they have to vote for you, because it would mean big things for us.
Yeah, really. It's a fun time. It's been, I actually, like you said, it kind of has opened doors for different things. That photo shoot itself, I'm really excited. I just got hit up by Charles Brogdon, which is a casting director for Brymer Productions. And I just got hired to do a shoot next week. And it's the most paid gig I've ever done. So I'm like,
that's so exciting.
Yeah, so it's really opening up some, new doors, new outlets for me to showcase myself and get my name out there, which is cool.
Right. I don't know who else is in the competition. There's other girls from the Central Valley. I know when I was doing mine, there were.
No, there are, and I will have to say, okay, so my girl Casey Davis, she is first place in her group as well. So if you want to look up Rebecca Rye on the ink competition, you can search it on the inked website for girls. And Casey Davis is very easy to remember. If you guys do Monet or know like the hair product, she's my hair product Monet lady, and her hair is beautiful. She's like this gorgeous girl next door look, and I'm really supporting her too. I would love for both of us to get to the top 15.
Yeah.
Fresno's got 2 Inked magazine like potential contestants. Like, I think that's awesome.
That's what I want. Yeah, and I want to tell everyone, I wish I had said that when I was running to vote for everybody that you could from the Central Valley, because it's such a win. And just to go up, it's like the Olympics. If we take, gold, silver, bronze, it's such a win. So you don't have to choose either or, like just start voting so we can really put that out there. I want everyone to know when one person wins from the Central Valley, we all win. So people really need to vote for you.
I think I agree. I absolutely believe that too. So I'm hoping that we can get us on the map and be the Central Valley representatives.
Yes. And I mean, everybody, if you're watching and you have a clothing brand or a tattoo shop, you guys all need to be endorsed, because then if you win, I mean, we're going to put you to work, girl. I need you to win so that we can all like ride your coattails, and we're going to put you to work and have you represent
people that I'm already like, are you ready to tattoo me? I mean, low key, we can't do that right now. So obviously it's going to be a hot minute, but I'm already like, put your tattoo on my arm. I got to
right. So yes, everyone needs to be endorsing, especially if you have a product or something you're selling, because one day if we get our, winner to represent that's just such a win for all of us. And I really hope people understand that.
And if there's anybody that wants to vote for me and I'm seeing those votes come in, I know who's rooting for me. Every night I'm on air, and I have no problem giving shout outs and letting people know what's going on in the Central Valley, what is open, what's not, what products are being able to have out in the, world of what's happening in Fresno and Clovis. So hit me up, let me know, let's work something out. But I would love to help, anybody that wants to talk about what it is that they want to talk about on the radio.
What is it that you get to do? Because you don't really get to do interviews, right?
It's kind of up to the discretion of my program director of allowing me to really have a lot of legwork. Like I got some room to decide for my own show, but I have to run it by him, and it obviously has to fit the demographic of my listeners, which our rockers are predominantly male, but a lot of
that's one of my favorite radio stations. I'm just gonna say I'm a rocker.
Hey, I'm a little single Juanita mama, and I love rock and roll. So it's not just you know a bunch of, dudes, white collar guys.
And a classic rock. I think there's a lot more of us that are just, so I think we have a bigger demographic then.
Mamas that are raging in their car and turning up the dial to 105.1. So it's honestly that I can do interviews. It just depends on what it is that we're talking about and why it would be, relative to the radio station itself. But that's not to say that I can't shout things out and say, hey, go make sure you're checking out Sparkle on Facebook and this and that and blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, this show.
Yeah, I did today, if you want to check that out on Facebook or anything, hey, a lot of what I've been doing in the last couple of months is letting people know who's open, who's still accepting business.
That's super important, right?
Places to eat is Mad Duck, and I'm like, go support Mad Duck. I don't want them to close. So I was like, keep going to their, nightly, like you can get dry food and whatnot. So as long as we're helping each other as a community, I know right now the lift just went off for a lot of things for it in dining and whatnot.
Is it indoor dining or outdoor dining? I think it was outdoor dining this time.
Is it? Okay.
I think there was confusion at first because I work in a restaurant too, and then I think it's just outdoor for now. But soon it'll go to indoor, I think. So.
Okay. Well, let me know because the second the 559 is open, I will promote that.
We're still open. It's just kind of cold.
I know.
You have to eat outside.
Oh God!
Wait, give me a beer and run. Just get bundled up and come get a beer.
Yeah, better than walking to the liquor store and back home. So
right, Beck, you're so much fun. So can people call in the radio station and talk to you too on air? How does that work?
They can. I just sometimes block it because I don't want to talk to strangers. But there are definitely portals where we have contests. We'll open up those call lines, and if people want to call in and even request a song or anything like that, I should do more of that. We've kind of like let that go and been a little complacent. But that's obviously how you get the word out about things, how you show people your personality. You know this as well as I do, is that a lot of people that don't know you or don't spend a lot of time with you, and they get an impression of you, then that they run with that. And I am not this hardcore chick that I am in my photos. Yes, I am pretty
That's a side of yourself. You're fierce.
Yeah, but I am bubbly as heck. Like I like to have fun. I like to enjoy things and be wild and just, have a good time. So and that's why I love this industry. And
you can because you're a hard worker, and I'm so glad you told the story about how you got started in the radio because people don't realize it's work, and I love that story.
It's hard work. I work every day. I have 3 different jobs. It's to work in the industry that you want to work in. It's not all fun and roses. It's not kissing butt like a lot of people perceive. It's a lot of hours and sweat and time and effort and lost money and a lot of stuff but that's because you're investing in yourself. So if anybody that's trying to get a leg up in any type of situation, the best thing that you can do is invest in yourself. Put the time in. Actually showcase that you're doing the work so that person goes, you know what, I'll hire that person. And that's what happened. They had an opening for Traffic 5 years ago. And because they were like, hey, that little girl, she keeps coming. She's so amped up. She wants to give her a try. And then now I've worked my way from Traffic to having an on-air rock, and then now I'm on Q97.1 as well. So it's really cool. I like to showcase that people can get where they want to get. It's just you need to work.
And I'm so glad they put a woman on the Blaze. I mean, I think it was important, and I like tuning in. I like the music. I like to hear you. I think it's a great deal. Do they tell you like how much time you get to? Because I was thinking that you probably have kind of some time restraints between songs. Like how much time do you get to talk?
It depends. So if I wanted to have an interview with someone that can elongate, I can have a certain, let's say the first hour, there can be little 15-minute increments if I've worked that out beforehand. Otherwise, it's usually a good rule of thumb is no more than 3 minutes each break. So you don't want to talk over 3 minutes at a time, but that's a heck of a lot of time to promote or endorse or
right.
a word out about a story in the Central Valley or what's going on. Recently, I've been having, a lot of talk about what's happening in the Tower District. A lot of things are shifting. The Tower Theater, finding out who was going to take it over.
We talked about that on my show last week. It was, yeah.
So same here, girl. So this is same kind of conversations that are kind of going on. We're all trying, because my thing is too, is this past year has been really hard to talk about anything that wasn't political, that wasn't like really hardcore into like health. And there's a time where people want to take a break from that. They don't want to
definitely
and tune into something and it be the same thing they've heard 100 times. So
right.
able to keep it light. And that's really why I did this too, was I really wanted to put something out there to give someone or everyone something else to talk about.
And then you also said, when you were starting, you told me something like about your reasons for doing this, and you're doing it for you. And then to put, what'd you say? It was like, there's like sometimes negativity or like drama or competition among girls, and you want to give it like all positive. Elaborate on that.
There are some beautiful women on this contest. I mean, I have been looking at some of the girls that their tattoos are great. I'm like, dang, that's a great idea for a tattoo. Like, I like that. And that's really what the Inked magazine is promoting and showing artwork. And I feel like there are a ton of tattoo artists in the Central Valley that do really good work. And I just happen to pay for a certain amount of work on my own body that I wanted to show and be able to say that there are really good tattoo artists in the Central Valley that you can go to. And Daniel Barbarian is one of them. I've had Jake Spivey. He's another one. Just a bunch of different places in the Central Valley that have just really done some good, clean work. And I want girls that have good work, not so much of how much of my body can I show, but I mean, there's a fine line between what's going on and what gets promoted. And I want girls that are showing their beauty and their confidence to be girls that are actually showcased, and not for how many votes can we get through, you know, my my cute bikini that I like. I'm not showing. Oh, hold on, babe. I got my son. He's on Zoom in the other room.
Oh, you're doing the Zoom school. And that's another facet of you. You're a mom, a single working mom. And how's Zoom school going?
You know, and that's awesome too, is I want to bring that up because I've had a few people ask me about my son. He is one of my biggest supporters. Now, I don't show him every single photo that has been posted on but he is so cute. He told me the other day, he was like, "You're in first place. I can't believe." Well, I can believe it. And he's my biggest supporter. He was telling me, "I love it. I'm so happy for you. You're gonna win it." And so he's just always in my ear promoting how much he like believes in me, and that's a big deal for me. So I really just want him to see that mom wasn't scared and did whatever it was that she felt like it, so that when he gets older, he goes, I got no excuse. I got to do everything and anything that I want to do because my mom did everything that she wanted to do.
That's really great. How was that challenge doing Zoom school? Because you work so much. How was it to switch gears and have to be like, now you're a teacher?
Well, before I worked in rock and doing all of this entertainment stuff, I actually worked with Clovis Unified for a really long time. I was in the drama department, and I've worked on cruise ships as a youth entertainment department for kids.
I love this. I just keep finding out more about you.
So I love kids. I actually was a nanny for a year in New Zealand and took care of kids then. So having my own son really just... I mean, it's different when you have your own kid, but you kind of just go with the flow. You figure out how to make everything mesh together and you just don't stop. So it worked out that my night show is in the evenings. So luckily I'm able to do school with him during the day, get what I need to do done in the day for prep and whatnot. And then he goes and hangs out at his dad's when I'm at work for a few hours and then comes back home. So it balances out. And the station, I have to promote, Lotus is a really, really, they're good with family. Like, they are very family oriented. There's so many times where that little kid has had to come and be at 5 a.m. with me in the studio, and he's a trooper. So, and they understand too.
That is so amazing. Were they good for you when you had to take off to do some of your films?
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Thank you, E. Curtis Johnson, my program director, because he has been one of my big supporters as well. He believes in me. He believes in what I'm doing. And there's been a lot of times where I've gone, hey, I might have this. Can I go for a photo shoot or this and that? And as long as I've had my stuff tracked and taken care of, and Justice as well. He's another personality on The Blaze. He's my traffic coverage. So thank you for always covering me when I do my shoots.
Oh my, thank you so much for coming on the show, Beck. And we're going to vote for you every single day. I encourage anybody that lives in Central Valley, you have to do this. It takes less than 30 seconds. You just click, boom, get on with your life. And no matter how busy we are, at time for 30 seconds for Beck.
Oh, we'll come back around and bless you. I promise.
Yes, we're putting you to work, girl. The moment you win, we're going to like say, do endorse this and wear this.
I'll be there. I'll be like, take a picture of me.
Thanks, girl.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Sparkle, and have a great, wonderful day. And all of you guys remember to vote. Beck from 105.1 The Blaze. Ink Magazine cover girl. We're going to win this.
Yay. Hi, David. How are you?
Hi, Sparkle. I'm amazing. Thank you. How about you?
I'm good. I want to know what everybody's talking about in 2021, what financial stuff we can work out, because we went through a health crisis, a financial crisis, and every crisis. And I'm hoping you're here to provide answers today.
Absolutely. 2021 is a new year, right? We can confidently say goodbye to 2020. And going forward, a lot of questions are starting to really stimulate on financial literacy, really just learning more about what we can do to protect ourselves in case this event ever happens again. Topics like setting up emergency funds for yourself, making sure that you're saving at least a portion of the income that you receive instead of paying it all out for bills for collectors, because you know how sad that is. But
Right.
Even maybe starting a small savings fund to where that amount of assets you can start putting in accounts that will now start working for you instead of you working so hard for that income. For example, like maybe you're starting a traditional or a Roth Ira. For some first-time investors, like that's a foreign language for people, and
Right.
they're scared about it because they don't know how they work.
So how does it work? What is a Roth IRA?
Great question. So an IRA just simply stands for an investment retirement account. Like that's it. There are actually thousands of types of them. So there's not one particular cookie cutter method for them. A traditional IRA takes funds that you put into that actually are a pre-tax, which means you don't pay taxes on that money when you contribute into it. So then when you pull it out, you'll actually be paying taxes at that point. Also, the main difference with the Roth IRA is now you're taking money that's coming from a savings account that's already been taxed and investing it inside an IRA that now no longer will be taxed once you pull it out. So it's a pretty big difference, and it's important to have an equal opportunity inside many different investments like that.
I think it's the biggest thing, and my biggest problem was like, I don't want another thing to have to throw money into every month. What's your advice for that? Like, and do we have to keep doing it all the time? What if we do have a bad year and we don't want to put money into it? What's our obligation in that point?
Great question. You can actually choose when you put in and also how much you put in. That's a slippery slope, unfortunately, because everything that we make, unfortunately, there's not going to be anyone else that's helping us in retirement, right? We are the ones that get to decide what our retirement looks like. If we're not investing into it, no one else is. Obviously, there's Social Security that we pay into, no matter what. Some of us don't have an option. Those of us who are business owners, don't have to do something like that. But, we need to have some kind of habit going forward that is going to be beneficial for you. Just having an understanding that the assets that you're putting into those accounts are assets that you're going to be living off of for the 30 or 40 years after you no longer are working.
So is that you're saying business owners don't have to do that? Why is that?
So when you're like a 1099 employee, or an S corporation, a C corporation, an LLC, different structures like that, they still pay taxes. So
Okay.
don't get wrong. Like, you're still investing, but they're not actually putting the same amount of things as a regular W-2 employee would, just paying directly into Social Security. Good question.
And then, so why do we need all this stuff? We're supposed to, when we get a good, stable job, we have our health benefits and we have, our 401ks. Why do we have to do so much extra work for our own financial life? I thought that's supposed to be worked out for us.
Exactly. That's how it was supposed to work. But unfortunately, with changing tax rates, no one really knows how much the benefit of a 401k plan is going to be. And also, several times, people will wait considerably longer to start investing in a 401k plan, not realizing that they're actually going to need a lot more to last those 30 years in retirement. So it's really up to us. We have to decide, okay, now we're going to take it in our own hands. I want to live a certain lifestyle when I retire. So unfortunately, when you retire from a position, so does your income. So we need to start providing an income for ourselves when those years come about.
So this is our extra cushion so that we make sure we don't have to work until we're 80.
Correct. Exactly. At least be able to have the option to do what you would want to do. Now, I'm not sure that I'll ever really fully retire, at least what the genre would be like, sitting on the couch, drinking the iced tea, maybe on the porch swing. That's just not for me. I'll always be doing something active, and I'm pretty sure you'll probably be doing the same. But at least at this point, you'll have a large assortment or allotment of assets that you can draw from to help support what you really want to be doing.
Down by the river, that's when I noticed something following me. I could feel it when I stand by the fire. That was the first spell she cast on me. Yeah, on me, yeah, on me. She's the river witch. She's the river witch. Down by the river, she pulls me under. She's taking me down. She's got a hold of me. Hair is black as the night, and she walks through the leaves. Her dress was touching the ground. She's got control of me. She's the river witch. She's the river witch. the river witch. She's the river witch.
Okay, welcome to the Everything Sparkle Show. I'm finally glad that we finally met. Josh, I've been talking to you for a while about coming on. You got a lot going on. Tell us what you're working on.
Yeah, so we're working on a lot of things actually right now. I've been filming a lot these past couple months. Chris over here has been doing a lot of the filming, a lot of the producing.
Yeah, right now we just put out an album and we're trying to do like a visual album. We're doing a music video basically for every song. And the videos aren't really like your typical singing to the camera sort of thing. We're trying to do it real cinematic and things like that. So
I've been hearing about that. That's the new thing, huh?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what we're going for. So, yeah, I do a lot of video production on the side, and then we make music as well. So we kind of bring it all together and, do our thing. So pretty cool. So yeah, we did three. Yeah, we did 3 music videos, I think, in the last like month or so. So yeah, pretty heavy work.
Oh my! So, how long does it take to do an average music video?
Usually it takes a day or 2 of shooting and then, a couple days of editing work. So it's a good, 4 or 5 days. And then of course the prep and planning that goes up to it. So yeah, getting everybody on board.
Yeah, which I have a good hand in. I'm like the prop guy. I'll show up with all the props or kind of get the scenes ready or help Chris out.
Yeah, he'll choose a lot of the costumes and the actors that we use and things like that. So yeah, we've kind of been into that. We were on a movie together called Lamb Feed. So we kind of got to see the behind the scenes sort of deal. And so
what did you guys do on Lamb Feed?
Shout out to Michael S. Rodriguez. Yeah, we were just part of the. I actually have another band, but we did music.
Did some music, did a couple acting scenes, help behind the scenes. So.
Did you like it? Did you like acting? Is that like a fun?
I do personally. I've enjoyed it. I've been able to get some more cameos on our films, which I think is cool.
Yeah, I like being behind the camera a little bit more and kind of like doing the creation. So, but yeah, Josh definitely is a really good actor. We use him in a lot of different parts, and yeah, he's been doing his thing.
So how long have you guys been in this band?
We've been writing music together, probably about like 5 years in total, but the last couple of years we started like putting out songs. So we've been, on the music scene for the last like 15, 20 years, all different genres of music. We kind of wanted to make some like, chill indie rock stuff. And so that's what we've been collectively writing. We play all the different instruments, so we kind of come together and, make our own, version of what we like. Yeah.
So what do you guys play?
Well, we play guitar, piano, bass, and drums. So we all do mostly I focus on the guitar and keyboard. He's doing in this and bass and the drums. So when we're writing the songs, we all kind of, come to the table with different parts or different ideas and create a song around it. So
So what's like what's the theme here to a lot of your songs?
What was that?
What's the theme to like most of your songs on this album that you're doing now?
Well, interestingly enough, Josh, he's kind of the one that'll pick a lot of the song themes and ideas. So he'll present, like I want this song. For instance, we just had this video called River Witch that we did. So we were kind of hiking down by the river. He's like, it'd be real cool to make, a song that would be creepy, kind of talking about a river witch. We came back in the house, started jamming. And once we hit a real eerie chord, we were like, oh, this is the song, kind of built around that. So every time it's different. I might have a guitar riff that I base the song around. He might have a bass line or something that we'll base the song around. But really, whoever has the ideas, we bring it together and kind of create it. So,
yeah. So a lot of your music is eerie.
Yeah, some of it has like an eerie tone, and we use a lot of metaphors and double entendres and things like that to portray different ideas and emotions. So yeah, we kind of will do play on words. The name of our album is Elephant Avocado, so that's kind of like a random type of name, but we used it in our song kind of to display how you could kind of rise up and be your best self, sort of thing. So yeah.
So would you consider it inspirational?
Yeah, definitely. The River Witch song was, more of a darker style song that we chose. But we have very inspirational songs on the album. Elephant Avocado, we use the metaphor as the avocado, just growing into this enormous size and using it as portraying it as yourself, your inner self. You can kind of do anything. So that song's really inspirational. We have a breakup song on there, which is really cool. We have another song that's called Your Love is Like an Amtrak. That's kind of a relationship song that we kind of want to cast the couples, and we want to find the right couple that would really be down to kind of do like a romance type video by the train station, something like that.
Yeah, so we had like a lot of the videos planned out like visually as we were making the songs, kind of based around things like that.
Your love is like an Amtrak. That's going to be great for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Take the person you love and send them.
Yeah.
I like that though. I like creative things that are different and outside the box. So this is all up my speed. Where can we listen to your music?
We have our music currently on SoundCloud.com. So if you go on SoundCloud and look up These Eyes Are Heavy, you can find all of our old album and new one on there. We also are on YouTube. So if you look up These Eyes Are Heavy on there, you can find our videos and such. We're on Instagram. So we've got these_eyes_are_heavy. So a few different ways you can check us out. So yeah, we've been writing music for a long time, just started getting on the social media and all that right now.
So tell us about that. There's got to be a story behind this name.
Yeah, it's, can mean multiple things. So These Eyes Are Heavy could, being, you're hungover, rough next day, things like that. These eyes are heavy could be, they're heavy from your years of wear, struggle, hard work. These eyes are heavy because you're simply tired, so it's really, we take it into the listener can interpret what they kind of think, and that's with our songs as well. So
I mean, it's kind of my eye. I always feel like my eyes are heavy. I mean,
yeah.
People always ask me if I'm stoned. I'm like, no, this is my face.
Yeah, that's how we've felt over the years being in the music scene a long time. We've had some eyes that are heavy in the morning, that's for sure. So.
You can't look as good as you, Sparkle.
So you guys, the pandemic's been going on, so you guys haven't really been playing live. What was it like before then? Were you guys doing venues? What kind of venues were you guys performing at?
Well, we were in the hip hop scene kind of before we were really writing this music. So right now we're doing a lot of videos and recording because, obviously you can't play live. But before this, we used to play at a lot of venues in California and the West Coast, playing some different types of music. Now we haven't played with this group live yet, although we play live when we perform and record and stuff. We put out 2 albums in the past.
4 years. Now we're working on all the visual media, social media pushing.
That's kind of so weird that you haven't played this live. Does it feel a little odd since that's not your normal, but you've had it the whole time?
Yeah, we have our other guitar player too that plays with us, and then we have different fill-in drummers. But we play all the instruments, so basically we create the songs, and whoever plays the parts, that's up to them. So yeah, we'll play with different drummers. Usually is what we rotate. And usually I'll stick with guitar and keyboard. Josh will be on the bass
and vocals.
Yeah, so we kind of trade off. We both sing, on both of the songs, so it's kind of a collaborative effort. So, but yeah, we'll play acoustically too, so it's real. When we create the song, we create it as to play it with a whole live band. So
yeah. We're excited for when shows can pick up again.
Yeah.
We can start playing again. We played a lot of shows down in Reno, Nevada. We would go Santa Cruz, San Francisco. A lot of shows we would play down in the Bay Area.
Yeah. And that was hip hop, right?
Yeah, that was with the
yeah.
So who are some people that you opened for when you were playing? Who are some of the artists that you were opening for?
Well, yeah, my group is Big C and Casper. We opened for Tech Nine, Machine Gun Kelly, Andre Nicotina. We played with E4, E40. We played with Burner. Actually, we went on tour with him. So yeah, this was back in like 2012 time.
Before.
Okay, now I'm understanding the eyes are heavy thing.
Yeah. We've been on tour. We know how it is.
Yeah. So, but we've always kind of made also rock music. So this is kind of
Who was one of the most fun tours that you had? Who was like
probably the Andre Nicotina shows were always the funnest, I'd say. Well, actually, Tech Nine though was really cool. He was super down to earth, probably like one of the most down to earth and cool artists, So either one of those were definitely good times. And so yeah, we kind of take our experience, from doing some bigger crowds with that, and now we're going to be playing some smaller crowds, more intimate style. So it'll be cool, cool transitions. So.
What a cool experience.
Yeah, definitely. So
I always ask this to like everybody that I interview. Who were you surprised to find out was a fan of you that you had been a fan of, like growing up, and then you realized they were actually listening to your music?
That I would say probably again, like for hip hop, I'd say like for growing up listening to these different people and then finally playing on stage with them, I would say same thing, probably like Andre Nicotina and Tech Nine, from listening to them as a kid and while I'm skateboarding on my Walkman to now being with them on stage, playing and whatnot. That's pretty cool. So with rock music though, yeah, we haven't really like us. We've been in different bands that have played with different heavy metal stuff and punk rock stuff, but nothing really currently with the music we do. So
did you want to collaborate with any of them?
We have collaborated with some artists in the past, also in the hip hop scene. We had a song with Too Short, we had a song with Busta Rhymes, we had a song with PCJ. So I mean, I make beats, for different hip hop artists, and then I make beats for some other visual products that I do as well. So I kind of make all different types of music,
Did you get credit for it, or did you take it with their songs, or you?
No, it was my credit. I own the masters.
Nice.
Yeah, so pretty cool, and I do everything original. Make my own beats. I don't really use samples or anything. I just make everything from scratch and keyboard and guitar and kind of mix it the way that I like. And so, yeah, there's some little bits of hip hop influence on some of the drums on our newer music. There's a lot of stuff that'll go from full time to halftime. Yeah, little electronic feel on some songs.
Influence. Yeah, hip hop influence, indie influence on the new album. Yeah, it's great.
A lot of the genres in music right now are merging, so, you'll hear in the video a lot of cool songs that, you can really technically even put them in a category. And that's what we like. We think good music is good music, period. So, I think people enjoy, all of our influences that we kind of draw.
That's good. You've been at it for like a very long time, and you guys look super young.
Yeah, we're
old.
Yeah, we're in our 30s.
The older you look.
Yeah, we've we had a lot of fun in our 20s, and we just we're kind of getting into doing this style. You know, I like to do all types of music, so at this stage in my life, this is kind of what I like to, the music that I'm really into
we're in our later 30s, so we've like I said, we've played a lot of shows. We like kind of being able to touch people virally with our music, especially now, with everything going on.
Is this your thing that you guys have other jobs that you also do?
This is really the main thing. Like I do, photography and videography, so that's my main thing on the side.
You're all in the arts.
Yeah, all sort of arts, and I feel like it's the total art for me, because not only are we writing the songs, we're recording them, we're mixing and mastering them, doing all the parts, we're doing all of our own videos, all the camera work, editing. So there's everything about it, from that to our album art is all done by us. So it's like
that's so cool. It's like 100%.
Right. Because a lot of people, will just sing or they'll just play.
Right. That is really cool.
Yeah, we really do it all. So, and you can kind of tell our music has an original sound, so pretty cool.
Okay, I want to hear you guys play. This is what I've been waiting for and what I've been dying for the whole time. Coming out. What are you guys gonna play for us?
Well, we didn't really plan on playing because our guitar player's not here with that. So, and with the audio, we really would prefer to play in person, So, but yeah, we would like people to go check out our videos to kind of see.
We'll put a video. Yeah, we'll put a video. That's totally fine. You guys, this looks like you're ready to play, but
we're definitely ready to jam. But we would bring our drummer and other guitar player, and honestly, with the audio dynamics, it probably wouldn't pick up on this laptop with the loud, drum and guitar.
I didn't do an acoustic version, but I totally respect that if you guys rather play have the
we'd probably play everything with the whole band and whatnot. I mean, that's kind of why we're with this whole pandemic thing. We're pushing the videos and things like that. So, but when shows and all that come into live person, we'd love to come out and jam.
Right now, we can go on to YouTube to see all the videos you've done this far that are edited.
Yeah, definitely. So we've got 3 that we've done in the last month or so. The Toy Collector, River Witch, and we just did Chasing Sunsets this weekend that passed. So 3 high quality videos, and they've got a cool cinematic style. Feels like almost a little mini movie that you're watching each one. So pretty cool. But and that's what we're pushing right now, because we can't really play live or do that sort of stuff that we love. So we're visually trying to portray our music in a way that viewers can see, because watching it online or through the crappy speakers and all that doesn't really give you the true sense of how it feels until you're in person.
Right. And that's like I said, we'll play. Which video do you want us to play?
I don't know. Let's do our latest one, Chasing Sunsets.
The one you just filmed this weekend, is it edited?
It's already edited and done, so that one's on there.
Nick, I can't believe you guys worked this quick.
We're definitely used to doing work fast and recording songs and getting videos done. So we work fast for our timeline, and it works out. We're trying to do all 10 songs, so we're 3 videos down. We got 7 to go.
Are you doing it? Trying to hold off on all that. I know my friend, she's a DJ. She's been doing a lot of stuff on Twitch. Is there any type of live thing that we can ever look into, or not really?
Yeah, we're looking into that. I forgot the name. I think it's KVeep or something like that. It's on Instagram. We're looking into getting on that. It's where you can actually buy they're $15 digital tickets or something like that. And it's a full-on concert where we play with a couple of our well-known bands.
And on Instagram and Facebook, is that where we can see all the updates? And when you drop a new video on YouTube, drop a new
Yeah, Instagram, we're pretty, every time we drop a video on YouTube and stuff, we also put it on there. So that's probably like our most up to date. We'll do the stories and do all that sort of stuff. So I'm not super into the social media thing, but between us two and our guitar player, we kind of all, do it. And yeah, it's really high quality. We have, good quality pictures and videos on there, kind of update you with what we're doing or what we're recording. So, but yeah, right now we can't play live. We've been, missing shows really bad. So we've just been recording, making videos, just making stuff. So when it does open up, we're ready to play live and, share with everybody and do our
Well, we're excited about it. I mean, right now, that's the new thing, the visual videos to really capture what you're saying. So, and that's what we have. And I really like that you guys have that out there. So that's something that we were going to look forward to. We're going to watch every time you drop a video.
Yeah, definitely. So we're trying to do that over the next few months, knock out our other 7 videos, and then we'll have the whole album. You can actually watch it, a video for every song rather than So pretty cool, and it all, kind of come together, like you're watching a little mini movie on each one. So at least that's what we're trying to portray. So
Perfect. We're going to keep an eye out for what you're doing. We're going to play the video, and it was really good to have you guys on my show.
Yeah, thank you for having us. We appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully once this opens back up, we'll come and play live for you sometime.
Oh, I'm counting on it, guys.
Yeah, definitely.
So thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Sparkle.
Felt right in the moment, felt right in the summertime. It felt right drinking cherry wine with you. Just wanted to own it, just wanted to take the time, learn all the things that I could about you. Now it's such a mess here, oh, we are just stressed here. Used to be so easy with you. Now I must confess here, oh, I must confess, dear, don't think I'm in love with you. Winter is coming and I don't know what to do. And there's no more use in running, no more running to you. And I don't want your loving, I don't want to be just friends, knowing all this time we were playing pretend. Playing pretend, playing pretend.
It's a mystery.